therefore I have to stay focused on what matters to me, because it's a part of who I am and a part of how I run my game. So just because she was attractive, just because I found her to be very desirable, she wasn't more desirable than what matters to me. She wasn't more attractive than what matters to me. You understand? What matters to me is the first priority. Everything else comes next.
I'm Keith, winner of the Bad Boy Membership Contest. I recently joined the Bad Boy Membership, but I wish I had done it a long time ago because the content is the real deal. It helps you become more secure, confident, and masculine, which will help you in all aspects of your life, but especially with women. So thank you for the prizes that I won, but the real thanks is for the powerful content. Get on the Bad Boy Membership now. You won't regret it.
Go to badboymembership.com. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com.
What's going on? It's your boy Miles Cunningham. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to the supporters. Shout out to everybody on the Bad Boy Membership. Shout out to everybody that copped the Game Kings documentary. Really appreciate you guys. And remember, once you're on the Bad Boy Membership, you always have access to stream the Game Kings documentary. All right, so to get the best bang for your buck, get on the Bad Boy Membership and you have access to everything. You have access to all of the programs. There's over 95 to 100 programs on the Bad Boy Membership and counting, and updated every month. And you always have access to the Game Kings documentary. All right, so we really appreciate you guys. All right, so what I want to talk about today is I want to remind men out there that if it matters to you, it matters. Period. All right. If it matters to you, it matters. Period. Because what I'm starting to see in the game, we get a lot of callers. We got clients that do one-on-one coaching and consultations and stuff like that. And what I'm seeing in the game is a lot of guys don't think that what they want matters. You understand? It's like, it's no secret, guys want sex, right? Guys want to be with a respectable woman. Guys want to be, they want to find a relationship. They want to find a girlfriend. But within that, there's certain details of our personality that means something to us, right? I have clients that, they focus on a particular part of the body, right? I got clients that, the most important thing to them is having a woman that can cook. I got clients that, the most important thing to them might be something different, might be something totally different. Maybe they might have a foot fetish or, something, whatever it is. I mean, no judgment. Everybody's different. You understand? But the point I'm trying to make is that those things need to be respected. But most importantly, the person that needs to respect those differences is you, the man. You understand what I'm saying? Too many times we get into interactions with females and we allow them to shame us or put us in a position where what we think and what we want to happen shouldn't be important. You understand? But even down to setting up the date and what time the date and where we're gonna meet, right? You understand? Like, it happens too often that guys don't consider themselves important enough to stay focused on what it is they want, right? Because they meet a woman, she's probably pretty and very attractive, maybe one of the most attractive women that the guy has ever met. And then, he has certain things in his mind that he wants from the relationship, that he wants from the interaction. But if she's not willing to give it to him, instead of charging the chick to the game and staying focused on what he wants and then trying to find another girl that can fulfill those requirements, he sticks with this girl just because she's attractive, and compromises his identity. He compromises his desires. He compromised literally everything about himself just to keep the interaction going with this one particular girl because she's attractive, because she's probably the most attractive chick he's ever been with, or someone, or she got a fatty, or she's a baddie, or, you know, his friend, maybe his friend saw the girl and was like, oh man, she's bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that one get away because she's bad and whatever. And then the guy starts to compromise his whole situation. And it's like, all of a sudden, what matters to him, all of a sudden doesn't matter. And what I want to reiterate to you, gentlemen, again, is if it matters to you, it matters, period. I don't care how big, how small. Like a lot of times, guys, they do this thing where they say, oh, well, it's not a big deal. You know, I can compromise. I could do this. I could do that. You understand? And what it's just, we have to remember that as men, we're naturally very goal oriented. You understand? There are things that we want out of life before it's over. And we see ourselves a certain way. And because we see ourselves a certain way, there's certain things that we really require. You understand? Certain things that we require. And it may not always be important to other people, but if it's important to us, then it has to be important, period. You see what I'm saying? It has to be important to us because these certain desires and certain things that we want out of life speak directly to who we are as men. And if we don't make those things that matter, if we don't make those requirements important, then what's going to happen is whatever avenue we take, whatever relationship we get into, whatever situation we put ourselves in as a result of diminishing what matters to us, it's very similar to lying to yourself. You understand? It's very similar to living a lie, right? Because you know that's not what you truly want, but you're compromising the situation. Oh, because, you know, she might give you, see, and there's another thing too with women that we have to be careful about. A lot of times women will give you, they'll dangle what they call dangle the carrot, right? They'll dangle the carrot, meaning that they'll give you what you want to a certain extent, but there are certain things that are really important to you that she refuses to give you. But because you're so happy to get the little bit that she is giving you, you're willing to compromise the rest of it. You're willing to compromise the important stuff, right? So she'll give you, like, for example, I've been on a date and I let the girl know that I really like women in dresses, right? So she wore a dress. She dressed very feminine. But when it came to us, you know, making plans to have sex and do other things, which is something that's even more important to me, she started trying to shame me. You understand? And I was telling her, you know, like I have other women that I see, and I get sex from other places. So she tried to look at me and say, well, if you get sex from other places, then why are you so thirsty to have sex with me? And I listened closely to what she said. Thirsty? Who's thirsty to have sex with you? There's nobody that's thirsty to have sex with you. Because it matters to me that we have sex, because I desire to have sex with you, doesn't mean I'm thirsty. But see, that's the type of shaming language that the female will try to use to try to trick you into thinking that there's something wrong with what matters to you. And then if you fall for it, what matters to you all of a sudden doesn't matter because of something she said. And maybe you might start to feel a little bit uneasy, or you might start to feel, if you fall for it, then you'll feel ashamed. You'll feel ashamed about something mattering to you, right? You'll feel a certain way. You might feel uncomfortable about the things that matter actually mattering, right? So now you're probably thinking about it differently. Like, oh yeah, maybe, you know, sex is not important. Maybe we shouldn't have sex. Maybe I shouldn't be, you know, talking about sex with her. Maybe we shouldn't do this and maybe we shouldn't do that. But nah, my program is, if it's not the first date, it's got to be the second date. And if a woman doesn't show herself to, you know, to have that type of desire to want to share herself with me like I want to share myself with her, then I can't continue the situation. And sure enough, I never saw that girl again. She was charged to the game. You understand? Because I get what I get from women all the time. So this one particular girl, and she was very attractive too. I found her to be very attractive. But I had to charge her to the game because I'm not willing to compromise what matters to me. Because like I said, if it matters to me, then it matters, period. You understand? And therefore, I have to stay focused on what matters to me because it's a part of who I am and a part of how I run my game. So just because she was attractive, just because I found her to be very desirable, she wasn't more desirable than what matters to me. She wasn't more attractive than what matters to me. You understand? What matters to me is the first priority. Everything else comes next. You understand? My identity is the first priority. Everything else comes next.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.
Because what's associated with my identity is my value. You understand? And if a woman doesn't recognize something that matters to you, that means she's literally disrespecting your identity. She's disrespecting your value. She doesn't understand the value that you bring. You understand? She's looking at what matters to you and literally trying to shame you into thinking differently about your own identity. You understand? So these are things that we have to keep in mind when we're interacting with females, and we have to stay focused on what matters to us and not let anybody take us off our square. You understand? These are things that are very important, and this is why I told you guys that there are a lot of men who are in relationships, whether married, they've been married for years, they've been in relationships for years with women that they should have charged to the game from, early on. Women that they should have charged to the game early on. How many of you know a guy that's in a relationship and every time his girl is around, he has a depressed look on his face? Because it does something to who he is as a man whenever she's around, because he's dealing with a woman that doesn't respect what matters to him. And because he lost focus in the beginning, she was able to take advantage and move right in and got him into a relationship that lasted so many years. So literally what's been happening is that man is living a lie, because what matters to him, which speaks to his identity, which speaks to his value, which speaks to his manhood, has been compromised early on. Why? Oh, because she's cute. Oh, she got a fatty. Oh, she's a baddie. Oh, my friends think she's hot. She's a trophy chick. She's Instagram ready. All of that stuff is cool, but we have to remember that what matters to us matters, period. And we can't let that go. There's certain things, there's certain things that are associated with your identity, your value, and your manhood that you have to keep it. You can't let it be compromised for anything. You understand? Because that's what's going to lead you to living the life that you're supposed to live. Live the life that brings you to the highest version of yourself. So when you're looking back on your life, you're like, yeah, I did that. I did it the way I needed to do it. You understand? Like there's this song by Frank Sinatra called I Did It My Way. Take a listen to that song. The first couple of lines, he said, I lived a life that's full. You understand? I've traveled each and every highway, but more than this, I did it my way. You understand? Like you have to understand, we only get one of these. Even if you believe in reincarnation, we only get one life. You understand? And if you don't make the choices that go with who you are, meaning you don't make the choices that matter to you, then you're actually living a lie. You're living someone else's life, or you're living a life that has been influenced by the opinions and the shaming language of other people, especially females. So we have to be careful, we have to be focused, and we have to remember, if it matters to us, we're men. If it matters to us, then it matters, period. All right? So I appreciate you guys for checking out my video. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. If this is the first time you're here, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So help me do that. Share this video with a friend. But for my people who always been here, you know what it is. Like, share, subscribe, share this with somebody that needs to hear it. You understand? Make sure you comment. You know what I'm saying? I love reading the comments. I love, the feedback. If you disagree, holla at me. You understand? Different perspectives are always welcome. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. I really hope you're having a great day. And always remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.
Go to badboymembership.com. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com.
All right, shout out to Mr. Lucario and Miles Cunningham, the bad boys at the dating game, and the badboymembership.com for these great prizes to help me tighten up my game. I have the Seiko watch, the Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Cologne, and a $100 gift card for Target to tighten up my spot. So now I got my wrist right, I got my smell right, I'm gonna have my spot right. Now I got my mind right because of all that game I've been learning on the badboymembership.com. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the game that you guys lay down. And y'all stay up. Peace.
What's going on? It's your boy, Miles Cunningham. And what I want to talk about today is the Bad Boy Membership Contest. All you have to do to be eligible to win the Bad Boy Membership Contest is to be a Bad Boy member. See, what we realize is that when guys join the Bad Boy Membership, they make the transition from simp to player very quickly. And we're just trying to make that transition just a little bit easier. So here's what you get if you win the Bad Boy Membership Contest. So here's what you receive if you win the Bad Boy Membership Contest. A bottle of Bad Boy Cologne by Carolina Herrera, New York. A luxury designer timepiece. And a $100 gift card. To increase your chances of winning, share this post in your story, tag 3 friends, and subscribe to Mr. Lucario or the Miles Cunningham YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. And follow Real Mr. Lucario and Miles in the Game on Instagram. The winner will be announced at the first of the month. Good luck.